Training at Spelljammer Academy has been proceeding at a pace. Your simulation training is coming to an end, and now it's time for your first mission. The day began early at 4 bells, as you were awakened by Boatswain Totaro in the most discourteous of fashions. Dodging thrown garbage cans, you geared up, ate a hasty breakfast, and were immediately commanded to the deck of a hammerhead ship called the Flighty Foundling. As soon as you are aboard, it raises into the air towards wild space. An adamantine meteor has struck the spire on Hakatha, says Totaro, and you lot are going to recover it. The bad news is Hakatha is populated solely by beholders and their kin. The good news is that there is an empty tyrant ship drifting above Toril, waiting for you to crew it, though you'll need to install a spelljamming helm on the command deck to make the ship fly. Travelling aboard this beholder vessel, you should be able to reach the spire without attracting the unwanted attention of other tyrant ships patrolling Hakathan space. We'll drop you off with Petty Officer Winston Rybeck, who will ensure you don't go hungry. He'll command the deckhands Mick and Havenstance, Pricklet, and Prefred. You'll need to identify who among you is going to command the mission, as well as who commands the ship. A word of warning, the tyrant ship is made of stone, so don't try and land it on water. You'll sink like a rock. The Flighty Foundling docks alongside the tyrant ship, which looks like a gigantic stone-carved beholder floating in orbit above Toril. You're dropped off unceremoniously into the tyrant ship's cargo deck, along with a crate of supplies, a navigational map, and a shiny new Spelljammer helm. Petty Officer Rybeck pulls up the rear, wearing a backpack laden with cooking implements. Pots clang and clatter as he turns and waves goodbye to the Flighty Foundling, which has already set course back to the Academy. Alright everyone, so here we are. You are already out on your first mission. You have ended up inside the tyrant ship that you are about to try and acquire and place a spelljamming helm on board to control it on your first mission into beholder space ? But yeah, you're obviously getting set up here. Officer Rybeck is already starting to get some of the supplies worked out and things like that. But first things first, we need to sort of go over what you've been given. You have already been given a map that you can have a look at here. So I'm going to change that so you can have a look at this one and on that one. So yeah, you have the full map of the layout of the ship, and you've basically been told that you have to get the Spelljammer helm and place it on the command deck. And once you've got that all figured out and controlled, then you've got to try and start moving into the wild space and further on and beyond. The other things you have been given is you've been dropped off with a whole bunch of supplies. So there's plenty of that. So I'll bring you through so you can have a look at that as well. Hopefully that'll come up. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of kit that you've been dropped off with. So if there are things you need and you find useful, you'll be able to basically grab them as you see fit and put them on your sheets. But yeah, I think first things first though is you've obviously got to know all the new people as and when they've come along, but Peanut, the only one we haven't had a description of. So Seb, can you give us a description of what Peanut is like? That's okay.
So is it okay if I introduce a little flashback to how the party
100%,
got to know Peanut?
100% you can.
So a couple of days ago, you heard some like rumbling in the hallways of your dormitory. I don't know what the layout of this thing is, and like you heard basically your teacher, your superior, saying like, "Really him? Like, why do we need to take him? Like the other group was just fine with him." And then like, no, they hated him. It was terrible. And then not long after, you see like your disgruntled teacher like introduce you to like a new cadet who was basically thrown out of his previous squadron because he didn't gel with them. And what you see is basically a monkey, slightly smaller than a human. with like armor that's like metal and leather and cloths like stitched together kind of haphazardly. And like in certain parts, it has like shiny blue gems like embedded into the armor. He's wearing like goggles with like different lenses that he can like shove in front of it. And in between his lips is like a fat cigar hanging out of it. And the first thing he says when he comes in is, who are you fuckos?
Oh my god. So that was your first impressions, yeah, and over time, you've obviously gotten to know him a little better as the things. I'm guessing the answer is very brash, and you've had to get used to him, and he's had to get used to you as that's all going on. But it works for now, and you're on a mission.
Peggy is terrified of him. I would like that noted immediately.
My name's Peanuts. It's okay if you're scared, airhead. Doesn't matter to me.
Oh man, and he got shot out the airlock the first moment they got into space. No. Oh dear, but no, you guys managed to get to the tyrant ship here and get yourself set up, and on that, move away from the monkey as this is all going on.
So do we know where Arthur and Rufus are, because they're usually our pilots?
They are usually your pilots, but Arthur was off on some extra training for something, and you definitely know that Rufus got in trouble the day before everything was to go on. You're not kind of sure yet whether he did it on purpose to get out of having to go on the mission, or whether he was just stupid at the time and got himself caught up into something. Something about his jacket,
some, like, behavioral course or something.
Yeah, there's
really
something
go
terribly
either way with him.
Something went really awry at the last minute. So he did not manage to get boarded. Maybe to his own digress on that one. So Petty Officer Ryback has been setting up basically a little cooking stall, because this is what he does. He's basically got 3 other cadets that have come along as his sort of backup. So he's been ordering them around to start unpacking. This one, Micken, you met before. That was during the whole the whole fire incident in the equivalent of the holodecks, on the last session, etc. So some of you already know him. The other 2, you're starting to get to know Critlet, which is one of the Thrycreen. He seems efficient, but very offish. And then you've also got Pafred, which is an ooze that seems to he's an interesting enough character when you get to know him. But they're kind of under orders of Ryback. But Ryback's kind of looking at you guys and sort of like goes,
"Well, guys, how you feeling? You think it's time to get on with this? You ready for this?"
100%. Let's do it.
Ready or not, we're here, and I don't think we can just leave. So we're kind of committed now.
Absolutely.
We'll get it done. Just hand over that helm, and we'll go get along installing it. And it's fine.
Yeah, I know.
And he starts passing over the Spelljammer helm for you on that one, so that's no problem. You've got to drag this beastie. It sort of floats wherever you put it, but you have to drag it with you guys as you go. He's kind of expecting you guys to do his bit there, your bit. He's there to do the cooking and keep these other little cadets out of the way, and doing the routines around. But the ship is yours to explore. You have a map, and where do you go first, or what are you up to?
So I'm trying to make the map larger.
That is a very good point. Can you?
I've lost the map.
That's okay. I can re-show it to you there. That should bring it back through. But basically,
how do we make that bigger?
That is a really good point. Can you make it bigger? Probably not in here, but I can put it in Discord. So give me 2 seconds.
Next to the close X, there's a little thing that says maximize, so you can make it just like slightly bigger.
Slightly bigger, but not enough on that one.
Yeah.
No problem.
I'm
Well,
guessing we're on the top side of the cargo deck, right?
yes.
Or bottom side.
There's a gravity plane there, so but yeah, you're. I think you'll find you're on the reverse of that. But yeah, there's only one way up once you're in a position, so it doesn't matter too much from that point of view. Right, here we go. We're going to bring it through to the Discord now for you, and hopefully you can zoom in as you see fit from there. So bear that in mind. Scaling is a thing, no problem.
Ah, beautiful. There we go.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I'll make sure I have the handouts to hand when we're trying to do that sort of thing. Make life a little easier on that one. But yes, you know there are access hatches that seem to go up towards the command deck. You also know that there are other decks that are only accessible if you go up to the command deck first, and then other bits and bobs that I think even on the map are marked as we don't know what this is. But you can start by exploring this deck. No one's done anything at all, if that makes sense. From that point of view, you've just literally been dropped off with the supplies. Nothing more so far. The other thing to bear in mind that you are aware of, obviously, it's a ship made for beholders. So therefore, accesses are all like if you were someone that could float. So you don't have as easy access to these floors as beholders would, if that makes sense. So you may have to come up with some fancy climbing or some clever ideas if need be.
Okey-dokey.
Well, I happen to be pretty good at climbing.
That's a good sign. That's always a good sign. And you do know that. That's true. That's true. You do have teleport. So between you all, I'm sure.
Well, aren't you fancy?
Yes. Very.
Well, I can't teleport, and just in case my climbing is a little iffy, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some rope and some pittance. Maybe myself and Peggy can do it the old-fashioned way.
Yes, I'll definitely join you with the rope, I think.
No problem. No problem. You can plenty on that front. You can take what you need, or if you need me to open up, let me know. But it's all good. But yeah,
Does
there
everybody
are more than one way to get up. Yes.
Yeah. Does everybody have dark vision aside from me?
I have these.
I don't.
I have these damn fancy goggles that allow me to see in the dark. Thank you.
All right, then I guess I'll go ahead and just grab the bullseye lantern for myself then as well. Don't know if anybody needs anything else in here, but those are the things I'm really looking for. So I'm just gonna grab pittance, rope, and the bullseye lantern for my sheet.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. You drag them over as you want. No problem. It should allow you to move them over, and I can accept them here. I think. Yeah. Peggy worked it, so that's good. There we go. Nice. Yep. Hey, the system works. Here we go.
How many pittance do you think I need?
Oh, that's the choice, isn't it?
I'll just grab 15, I guess.
Okay, no problem.
I'll do the same. It's a good number.
No
and then,
problem. Nice.
I'll grab a little hammer so I can use them. Osborne's gonna pick up the sending stone and show it to the petty officer and just say, "Do I know who's on the other end of this?"
That's for me to contact Totaro if I need to. If you can leave it there, that'd be great.
Can do. I put it back.
No problem. But yeah, you are definitely aware there is a sending stone in that box. Fair enough.
A couple of healing potions each, maybe. I can't do anything if anyone gets hurt. I don't know about anyone else.
I can heal.
Mean, the only person I know that answers that. I was about to say I know that Rufus was good for that, but he's not with us right now. So
what I mean is I can heal me.
Okay then.
Available here. We might as well take one each, maybe just emergency cases.
Yeah, you don't know how long the mission's going to be yet, so you can certainly you don't have to take everything from there, but certainly no one's stopping you taking stuff right now, if that makes sense. So
I'm fine as well. Perhaps you and Ankle Biter here can take some of those healing potions. Yeah, Ankle Biter, that's you. Why stop looking at me like that?
The name's Osborne, and just because you go by the name Peanut doesn't mean you have to be mad at anyone else's name, okay?
What? What's wrong with Peanuts?
I don't know. Sounds like you're projecting. That's just me.
It's a family name. How dare you?
What number are you then? If it's a family name, are you Peanut the Fourth or what?
Well, it kind of depends whose story you might believe. According to some, it's 6th. According to others, it's 7th. Although it might be counting on which family line you're counting.
So somewhere along the line, somewhere a Peanut went either missing or didn't exist.
Or there was a lot of interbreeding. Okay, look, I'm not. I'm not gonna discuss my family history with you, okay?
Understandable. I just wanted to know whether or not you preferred to have Peanut the 7th or whatever. I was just
Peanut.
trying to be friendly. I'm sorry.
Just Peanut, Airhead. That's enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the healing potion that Peanut declined, just to have an extra, just in case. Better to have and not need than need not have.
How do I grab a healing potion? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Can you see the sheet, or do you need me to show you the sheet again? 1 second.
Where is the sheet?
Hang on.
If you go over
bring
to
it
the
up.
book portion where the journal is,
Thank you.
That's okay.
and then hit the take button next to whatever you want.
Oh,
all the bits.
take
I
one.
like the idea of Wraith standing next to a box, just staring at the healing potions. Like, how do I take this? How do I get it?
My computer game interface is not quite. Yes, I'm not quite there yet.
Do I smash the crate?
With one hand down.
Yeah, you have to burst it open, and then everything spills on the floor first before you get it. That's definitely true.
Okay, so the total of what I took is 1 bullseye lantern. I took 1 thing of 50 feet of hempen rope. I took 1 oil flask. I took 2 healing potions. I took 15 pittons, and I took 1 hammer.
Fair enough. Nice. The last things before you guys start heading off, Micken sort of comes wandering over to you guys a little bit and just says, good luck. Good luck to you guys. I hope it goes well. All right, we'll be here if you need us. And he's sort of looking around nervously, as he has been the entire time you've ever known him. But he's seemed very grateful since his rescue last time, shall we say? Rybeck is already cooking, and is almost like back in the zone, as the other two are busying themselves under his orders as this is all going on.
Well, we'll do our part. You stay here and you do yours. And we'll be back home before Rufus can get out of whatever disciplinary action he got himself in.
Yeah.
Wait.
I mean, go on, Seb. Sorry, what were you saying?
Wait, there are like 6 healing potions left in this crate. Why are we not taking all of them?
They could have last you the entire mission. You are aware of that, but you can nab as many as you want.
Peggy looks at Osborne's like, didn't Peanut just say
He legitimately just said he can.
Like, not for me, but like, who knows what trouble you guys might get into?
Well, at the same time, who knows what trouble they might get into? So, maybe a 6-4 split on our part's fine, but we should leave some here.
I'm fine.
Okay,
But
so
if you feel strongly about it, feel free to grab.
I don't need them. I'm made of hardier stuff than that.
All right, well, I have 2. Peggy, maybe grab another one, just for your sake.
Yeah, that's a good
I'd
shout.
feel better.
okay, yeah, Peggy's grabbing a few bits, no problem. And one of those.
Okay.
All right, sorted. So yeah, no worries. So yes, with map in hand, and you know that you've got to get to the command deck for installing the helm. What's the plan?
Well, shall we head on upwards?
Sure. Which way do we want to go? There are 3 access shafts, it looks like.
Well, the one over there looks good.
Yeah, this seems like the closest one.
No worries. So a shaft leading up. You know it's got a fair bit of distance on it, but in theory, if the map is true, it will reach to the command deck. It looks like rough sides, like hewn out of the rock. An interesting climb. Let's put it that way. At the worst.
Do we know what the scale of the map is?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It says 1 square equals 5 feet.
I think that's for the that's for I think the map portion down here. I mean the one where it shows us the
heights, etc. on that one.
How far is this climb?
You know, it's a few hundred feet climb. Is from what the map has been told on that front. So yeah, it's not easy time. And if it was under your own steam with no extras going on, we have to roll for how many hours it takes. So we'll put it in those terms.
I can't teleport that far. Damn it.
Go to the rope box.
Yeah, goes and grabs some rope.
Can I do a perception for if there's any noises either in the shaft or out the other end?
Yeah, absolutely. You make a perception check. Yeah, go for it. At the moment, an 18 sounds eerily quiet from whatever's going on from above at the moment. So yes, it seems hewn out of the rock, very very quiet. These tunnels at the moment. There is cooler air. You can tell that much from above, but not much more than that at the moment. Right.
Is there a way I can climb up? I do have a climbing speed.
You can absolutely start climbing. That's absolutely no problem. Your benefit over the rest is that you can actually do it at a much better pace, if that makes sense on that one. It's still rough climbing, but you can spend the time. Are you going to take a rope up, or what's his
Osborne
thoughts?
was actually going to ask Peanut to take a rope and Pitten and hammer and see if he can't, give us a tow rope that we could use on the way up. Basically, he could climb up the way, and then we'll go up there and then kind of station ourselves, and then he could climb the rest of the way up and basically make use of the equipment that we have.
That's no problem. We can definitely do it.
I'll light up a cigar, put it in between my lips, and start climbing up.
No worries. Easily done on that one. It takes a steady amount of time, but I need you to just roll me a d4 for me. I can see how long it will take you to get to the top, if that makes sense. With what's going on. Oh, okay, right, fair enough on that one. So yeah, so we can halve all of that. So it's going to take about 2 hours as you start judging it, Peanut, to actually be able to do all of the climbing that's going to be needed because it's just so damn rough to pull off as that's going. But the rest of you, do you happily wait, or do you guys start climbing, following up at your own kind of pace, and then when he drops a rope down, you follow suit?
I have a pack of cards we could play while we wait.
Yeah, fair enough. You can just let him do his thing as he makes his way up. That's no problem. So yeah, it takes you a fair old while, but yeah, if you want to get on the teleporter, you can make your way to the command deck, Seb, for a moment and see what you can see at the top. Okay. Oh, everybody's jumping straight through it.
It wasn't just supposed to be just Seb. I didn't go through because I know it was Seb.
I'll go back down.
No, don't worry. It's not a problem.
I'm back down here with Becky. What's going on?
So you get to the command deck first on that one. What you can see, Peanut, is there's a whole bunch of controls and dials and all manner of weird and wonderfuls up here as this is all sort of going on. Do you go exploring first, or do you start battening down the ropes and making
I'll
the thing?
throw the rope down, and once they're climbing up, then I'll go and explore.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, they're going to take about 10 minutes to make their way up the up the actual thing. How long after the rope goes over the edge before you start going off, looking around this space, if that makes sense?
Oh, immediately!
Oh,
From the moment I'm throwing it down, I'm turning around and I'm going to look. I'm an engineer. I need to figure out how this shit works.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you make your way across the center of the room there as this is all going on. Yeah, tons and tons of different dials, all manner of weird and wonderful buttons. What would you like to do?
I'll figure out for what their purpose is.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you can try and make an intelligence check and or an arcana if you wish, and see what you're thinking.
I have both, so
yeah, go for it.
16
on that one at 16. Okay. You do think that some of the ones on this panel do look like they are to do with doing some sort of directional stuff. So that might be something to do with actually steering the place. But at the moment, yeah, you're not. It seems incomprehensible as to what controls what as you're looking around. Are you gonna do you take a look at other consoles, or what else does he do?
Yeah, I'll also take a look at other consoles, but I'll keep an eye out for where the helm's supposed to be installed.
Okay, fair enough, no problem on that one. With your passive perception of an 11. Unfortunately, you don't notice when something goes click under your feet as you go moving past one of the consoles to the one side. We're going to have to roll some initiative as you guys are in the tunnel off to one side, and Peanut is up here in the space as this is all going on. So 1 second, let's give this a go. Okie dokie. Right. So the way this works. We can go for Osborne. You're climbing up. You're probably about halfway up the spaces. This is all going on, and you're the first to react. And you're reacting before everything hits the fan. But you hear things start to go, and things are powering up, and moving, and things are beginning to shake. You're reacting in the first moments of something happening. What do you do in these moments? Something's about to go down, but you're not sure what.
Does it look like the shaft that we're in is reacting to it anyway? It's lighting up, powering up?
It certainly looks like there's some shaking of all the stonework around you. You're seeing little pebbles starting to drop around you guys. So something has happened. Something is about to go down.
Osborne will look down at Wraith and Peg and just say, "Is that normal? Or do we have a protocol for what's happening right now? Because I have no idea what's happening."
I think the protocol is to panic.
All right, let's do that on flat ground first. And I'm just going to climb up double time. So I'm going to double move climb.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you think you've got probably about 3 rounds of up before you'd be done on that one. But you do your double time up. No problem. So next on the list, we have initiative count 20. Suddenly, everyone, you feel the entire ship start to spin on its axis, getting faster and faster in these moments, and you go from 0 to full on. The whole ship is spinning around its axis in moments as this is going on. Right, so I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh no.
Me too?
Yeah. You're definitely on the ship.
You're on the ship.
as this is going on. We have one that's good here.
Oh.
Oh man! Oh,
Re-rolling ones as a halfling. Yo, what's up?
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, the DC was a 15 on this, so you're not taking the damage apart from Peanut on the floor above. So let's just add those two together.
Bet you wish you had the health potion now.
Yeah, I kind of did.
So yeah, you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you are, and you're knocked prone in the moment as this is all going on. As this is going on.
Question. Can I use where is it? Can I use my where is it?
I don't know. What do we?
Can he
What?
jump 5 feet off the ground
Yeah,
and
then
fly?
No, here.
What are we looking at? What are we looking at here? On that.
Can I reduce by 8?
It's a reaction to do. So the answer is yes, you can on that one. So nice on that one. So yeah, you only take 2 points, but you're knocked prone in the moments as this is going on. Those in the shaft on this side, Peggy. You narrowly escape taking some damage as this is all going on. What are you doing on your turn?
I will follow Osborne and double move to get up because I want to get to solid ground as quickly as possible.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now you're faster than me because my speed at half is like 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's yeah. I went up 20, and I think you can go up like 25. So you could technically like climb over me if you really want to. But unfortunately, since I'm in the front, I'm kind of in the way.
Yeah, Peggy would just slow down slightly so as not to be too invasively close, because
okay,
for her own benefit as well.
No worries. I'll give you. If you can give me an intelligence check as well, just in case, just to see if there's another option that may be another option in there.
No.
Okay. Yeah. No. Fair enough. So yeah, you carry on. You carry on climbing as this is going on, bringing us to Wraith. Round there on your turn.
In terms of distance, how far is solid ground?
You think you've got 3 more rounds of up before you would get to the point where you would be on solid ground at full.
Okay, so about 180 feet
ish. Yes. Yeah.
Ish. Okay, so I'll double move. Going up 60, I will happily climb over.
Yep, not a problem. Not a problem.
Oh wait, it's half movement because of climbing speed. So that's 30 then.
Which still puts you past me by like 10 feet or something like that.
And then with my bonus action, I will... you see that the metallic tattoos that seemingly are all over his body begin to glow blue, quite an electric, vibrant blue, and then a ghostly copy of him will apparate about 15 feet above, just hovering in the air, and then it will move 15 feet into the air. As I will summon my echo.
Nice. Okie dokie, fair enough. Right. Okay, so yeah, that sounds like your turn is done as well.
Yes.
Bringing us to the prone Peanut on the ground as this thing is flying about as it is. What is Peanut up to?
I will stand up and see what's going on.
Absolutely. It looks like all the buttons and dials are blinking at you horrendously right now as this is all going on around you. The whole space is spinning at a hell of a pace right now. But yeah, what do you think you try and do?
I'll jump to one side and I'll start pulling levers.
Okay, fair enough on that one. We just have this. Yeah, we just have this image of this monkey like randomly pulling bits. Can you roll me a D10, please?
Cigar still in mouth, I assume.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So you start to randomly pull buttons. One side panel to one side slides down, and another big button opens up in next to a panel that you've just opened up. You can free action push if you want. Okay, you free action push it, and instantly the entire space, the speed flips, and everyone's going in the reverse direction as it flips to going in reverse of what you were doing moments before. Bringing us back to the top of the turn order, Osborne. You are where you are. What are you up to? You can give me an
Osborne-
intelligence check as well. I'll give you. You can do that as well while we're thinking about it. Okay. Yep. Fair enough. Yep. You're hanging onto a rope, climbing this shaft as this is going on.
Yeah, Osborne is going to double move, climb up. Well, actually, when Wraith was climbing up past him, he saw that Wraith had no intention of stopping, and so he wrapped his foot around the rope and then clinched the rope between his feet and kind of held on while he, let Wraith kind of clamp past him so that he didn't move. And then once Wraith was past him, he goes back to climbing up. But as he does, he sees that, Wraith and Peggy are quicker at this. They're just longer in body. So he's going to climb up double again and then just say, Peggy, don't wait for me. Go join up there. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay, no worries. Bringing us to the clock initiative of 20. So I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw for me. And the DC is again 15.
Oh.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, what?
Whoa!
Oh my god! These
And I feel it.
yeah, that makes that definitely makes sense.
Become one with the
Peanut.
levers.
Peanut, you
jeez
will.
Oh, God.
That will be 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're knocked prone if as this is all going on.
I'm gonna try it again.
No problem.
I can only do this twice, and I've already used both of my uses.
Yeah, first thing, first trap. Yep, absolutely.
I mean, level 3, the
Yeah.
floor is beating the shit out of me.
Yep. Ooh, okay, yep, okay, fair enough. Right, so.
No! Hey, that was not it.
So okay.
There we go.
Peggy, round to you as this is all going on.
I will take heed to Osborne's words, and I will double move up, going past him very politely, saying, sorry, excuse me, sorry.
It's fine, fine.
And I will do my best.
I boost up your foot a little bit.
Thank you, much appreciated. I will, try and get to
No problem. You think you're one round from being at the top as this is all
Nice.
going on. Bringing us to Wraith.
Okay, so my echo is 30 feet above. I will move it an additional 30 feet, so it is 60 feet above me. I will then use my bonus action to swap places with my
Nice.
echo.
Yep. I like it.
And then I'll use movement and action to get to the top.
Yeah, lovely. You are in the room. You see Peanut thrown across the space as on the ground as this is all going on.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah, he looks like he's knocked himself. All manner going on as you come
Like
into the
thi-
space.
Like, this turning room is basically a blunder for Peanuts. Like,
Yeah.
it's just...
Yeah, it's definitely he's definitely being
silly.
blended as and you still feel like Wraith, you're probably in the same boat right now.
Can I
Yeah.
draw the greatsword and just kind of stab it into the ground to kind of give myself something to hold on to?
100% you can. 100%. You can definitely do a bit of
You're
that.
about to say stab it into Peanut. I don't know why.
Just
I was
pull him out of
like
his
that.
misery.
Have you had to use your action, Drew, or to get where you are, or just your bonuses?
Actually, yes, I think I will have
Yeah, I
had to
think
have
you
used my
said
action.
that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm gonna say, flavor wise, yes, you can do it, but mechanically, it's not giving you the an advantage. That is what I'm getting at right now.
That's fine.
That's no problem. Right, bringing us.
I'll scream across the room, Mr. Peanut, you need piloting lessons.
He's just like half concussed on the ground. Bringing us to Peanut's turn.
This ain't the kind of vessel I'm used to, pretty boy. And I'll push some more buttons. Different ones this time.
Absolutely, you can definitely push some different ones. So yeah, roll me the D10 as from this point of view, it looks like he's just randomly pressing stuff. It's but we shall see on that one. Okay,
Another 8.
yeah. You press one button and you watch as a whole bunch of them go black, and then there just seems to be a larger black button that appears off to one side. coming out of another panel.
Oh, that bodes well.
Yeah, I press it. I press buttons.
Okay,
That's what I
yeah,
do.
yeah. You Drew, your character from your character's perspective, you see him press the button, and then the ship flips, going round and spinning in the opposite direction, still at a fast pace as this is all going on.
Mr. Peanut, this is the beholder ship. Think using your eye stalks.
Fair enough. Bringing us to Osborne. You think you're 2 turns from the top?
Do I get another intelligence check, or am I just
Yes.
climbing?
No, you can definitely make an intelligence check. Yeah.
Okay.
And in
Hey,
this case,
that's a 20.
hey, okay. You realise that if you weren't doing double movement, you could try and brace yourself in a position or somewhere on the walls here to try and get yourself some advantage against the fall, what's going on with these falls, etc.
Okay. I don't know what's happening, so I feel like expediency is key.
Yeah, you do realize it would take up your action. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm again going to double climb, which I'm thinking puts me close to the top, but because I'm smaller than everyone else, probably doesn't put me at the top yet.
Yeah, you'll be the last on that front, but yeah, you think you'd be there next turn, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So with Osborne done, we come to the top clock at 20 initiative here again. So we've got another dexterity saving throw from everybody, please. You know the DC at this point. Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Oh,
Oh God, no!
Oh no!
Oh, okay. 2 of you, yeah, and the ones left in the shaft are definitely going to be taking a bit of a battering this time as this is going on, and we're going to do 2d6. And okay, not the worst in the world.
that's
You're
bad,
buffeted, as this is going on. So yeah, you'll be taking 5 bludgeoning each, but you managed to hold on to your ropes and not
like
get thrown
friction
off.
burn
Yeah.
on the rope.
You're all definitely taking that in. The others are still up and running as this is all going on. Peggy, yes. So your turn. You think you can get to the top of this one.
Yep, so I will double move to get to the top then.
Yeah, double move. You come into the room, you see Wraith holding on with his sword. You see a half concussed monkey that's been pressing buttons. And this is the scene you're presented with as this is all going on.
I kind of like do that flop, when you can't climb out of a swimming pool properly. And I kind of do that flop over the side and kind of roll towards Wraith.
Right on that
And
one.
I'm like, please, whatever anyone is doing, can they just stop? I might be sick. I'm just like on face first on the ground, like trying to center myself.
No worries.
I'll be advised, it would probably fly back into your face.
Okay, bringing us to Wraith's turn. Yes, you braced yourself with your blade, but what are you doing on your turn? You are in the space.
Will try and move and just assess the situation. Oh, there's no... Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20... I'll move to there.
There are
Can I just-
oodles of blinking panels directly in front of you as this is all going on.
Can I try and make sense of any of it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can give me an intelligence or an arcana check.
Let me just see which would be better. Oh, they're both equally bad. Wonderful. I'll just roll an intelligence.
Nice.
Okay.
Bad.
I'm gonna say you feel like you're really close to a breakthrough of figuring out what it is, but you're just not quite. You're not quite there. The DC is 20. You're so damn close to making this work, but you're like the answer is somewhere on that damn panel, but you haven't quite got it figured out in the moment. Do you randomly start pressing buttons in the interim, if that makes sense, or do you wait? No problem.
Yes.
do not press the buttons.
Okay.
Do not press the buttons marked with 8. They're bad.
Don't press the buttons with it. Yeah, so
That's
roll
not
me.
an 8, that's an infinity symbol, Mr. Peanut.
So roll me a d10 then. Let's see how you do, Wraith.
Oh, no, that's a D8. D10. 4.
Half of 8.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, different things start blinking at you, but you don't notice anything different in the moment as this is all going on. Bringing us back round to Mr. Peanut.
Okay, Peanuts. Let's think about this logically. Press any button but 8. And I'm gonna press more buttons.
Right, fair enough. Random it is. Yeah, no problem. Let's see how he does.
It's 9 this time.
Okie dokie. The new combination of buttons just not making a difference as you're trying to do this, but you don't feel like you're any closer to a breakthrough in the moment as this is all going on. Bringing us to the top of the round, Osborne.
Do I have to double climb to get to the top, or
Pretty
can
much,
I make it?
yeah.
Okay, so then I will double move, which puts me
coming
just
into the
over-
room. Yeah, you literally can see what's going on in the room with the rest of them here as this is all going on. Yeah, you see two of your colleagues are randomly pressing buttons on panels. One of them Peanut looks pretty beaten up, and Peggy's literally laying on the floor trying to compose herself in the moment.
Osborne sees the point of what Peggy's doing. If you're flat on the ground, then you can't be bludgeoned around. So I'm gonna lay down next to her, some free action, go prone, and just say, "Peggy, what's going on up here?"
I have no idea. I'm just trying not to throw up, to be honest.
Why are Wraith and Peanut just pushing buttons randomly?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
And
Fair
that's,
enough.
I think, the best I can do.
No worries. Bringing us to initiative point 20 again. So we need another deck save from everybody.
This is how we die, guys.
Do the
Yeah.
people laying on the ground get any sort of advantage or anything?
Oh
No, nothing like that. You get thrown against the walls. Oh my god.
I'm built for dexterity. This is how I
you're
die.
right, and this is how it goes on that one. Oh my god. Okay, bad round for you guys then on this one as this is going on. Right, so 2d6. Let's see if I'm rolling high or low today on this one. Midway, so it's going to be 6 points this time as this is all going on.
What's the DC again? I'm sorry.
DC 15
Oh,
on this
jeez
one.
Louise. All right, great.
Right, so as that's going on, now Peggy, you're prone on the ground. What do you do?
Oh god. I'm assuming so, like, because of my dexterity thing, I would have just slid across either side and just smacked into the
100%.
walls
Yeah,
a bit.
you're basically getting spun around badly in the room like a centrifuge going on. So yeah, it's all go. So you definitely get caught off of one of the panels.
I just army crawl, like desperately into this, and I'm just like, please, just someone stop it, and I will, as I get a bit closer, if there's anything within my like arm reach from the ground, I'll just like slap at the wall that Wraith's been slapping at.
There's controls, there's controls and buttons all the way around. No problem. Roll me a d10. Let's see how you do with your random button pressing.
That's either really good or really bad.
And Wraith, you're the only one that picks this up as this is going on. But yeah, she sort of makes her way over and she goes to like, there's just one button off to one side there that's blinking. She hits it and then and everything slows down.
Oh.
And you guys are going to be able to come out of initiative. You needed the random button pressing. What?
The sick little edge in us, he just randomly flailing. That's.
I think we did it, boys.
Osborne stands up and he's still doing that kind of like spin, like
Jelly
trying
legs.
to get his feet. Yeah, spaghetti legs a little bit. I am going to use my second wind. How do I target again, James? I'm sorry. I have to target myself, right?
Yeah, it's all right. You press T when you're over the whatever you want to target, and
Okay.
that'll do it.
There we go.
Nice. Okay.
And did that work?
You probably have to do it manually at the moment. You've not got the extras going on, but
Okay.
but
So
yes.
then I give myself 10 points back, which I think puts me near full hit points.
That
So
sounds
Osborne
pretty damn good.
has a very stylish trickle of blood coming down his forehead. That that movie look where it's not really hurt at all, but it looks really cool. He has that.
Got it.
Peanuts will take another puff of his cigar, take out a syringe, and inject himself with it for cure wound on himself.
Fair enough. As everybody's sort of breathing heavy and trying to get themselves back into composure as all this is going on.
I'll
no.
pop a potion from the ground.
You can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. Just remember you add the numbers in manually, but no worries.
We literally climbed up a shaft and just got our asses kicked by the floor. This is a bad sign.
No one can deny that.
Oh, yeah. Didn't go very well.
Hey, we know how to fly this thing now. Like, it turned around and stuff, so we know how to do that now. Everything's a learning opportunity. Everything's a learning opportunity, I tell you.
I mean, you also got to think that, did we do that to the whole ship? And if we did, one, is the petty officer and the rest of the cadets downstairs okay? But two, more importantly, do we think that the beholders noticed that somebody fucked with their ship just now?
This is meant to be abandoned.
You were told at least that this is supposed to be abandoned one, unless they've missed something. But yes, you have been
Most
told
definitely
that.
missed that part. So then instead, I'll just say, well, here's hoping this place is abandoned, because if not, we most definitely just announced that we're here.
If not, we're most likely dead anyway. Have you ever faced a beholder?
I'll be super honest. I don't really know what one is. I've told that they float, so I figured they're like, they I don't know, bunch of
like
old guys like Arthur, but that like to look at things.
Giant eyeballs with lots of little eyeballs that shoot lasers.
What? Ew.
He's making circle hands and then like wiggling
Yeah.
fingers indicates things. Circle hands again,
Well,
and
no,
wiggly
no,
fingers.
that's disgusting. Really?
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
thing?
Mm.
Yes.
That's terrible.
It's terrifying. Yes.
I don't want to see that. Oh, well, let's hope they're not here. Where do we go now? And I'll pull out the map again to look at.
Absolutely, no problem. Yes, you were told that one of the three areas up here would be perfect for actually installing the helm on that front. So it wouldn't be too bad to spend the time getting Peanut to get it installed and up and running and working. Is completely plausible.
On the hollow deck,
Yeah.
or
Even the Peanut, are you okay to figure that out for us?
I'm an engineer. I can figure this one out. And I'll take out like the big ass hammer from like my smith's tools, put it across my shoulder, and like take the helm, turn around, and like start whacking shit and start installing this helm.
Yeah, I think we have a montage of like an Iron Man montage in the cave where he's literally just bashing stuff in hitting metal, and clearly that's building a thing to make this helm work. But eventually the camera sort of pans back from his work, and there is just this pile of shit around around this new chair that he has now installed into this beholder thing, and he sort of looks back and like he's proud of his work as this is all going on.
Peggy gives like
Osborne-
an uncomfortable thumbs up, like she doesn't look sure.
Yeah, Osborne kind of elbows Peggy and just says, "I never thought I'd say this, but I miss Rufus and Arthur."
Same. Peanut scares me. I don't understand him.
As that's all going on, can you three, not Peanut, make a perception check for me, please? Oh damn! Okay, Wraith. Yeah, you know what's going on. Peggy's missing it.
I've just been.
Okay, so Osborne and Wraith, you guys start hearing the clanging of metal and some very odd sort of scraping sounds. And they're coming echoing up from this whatever this room down the shaft is below here. That leads off to the holodeck, not the holodeck that you've seen on the maps.
Osborne clocks that and kind of rushes over to here and says, "Peanut, stop for a minute. Stop working for a minute."
Yeah, it's definitely clearer. The minute he stops banging and smashing and what he was doing, it's definitely more obvious that there is definitely sounds coming from the deck below.
Unless the petty officer is looking for a kitchen here, I don't think we're alone, as much as it was advertised. Does it sound like it's coming up the shaft?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely sounds like it's coming from the deck below, whatever's going on down there.
Okay, Osborne goes over to the shaft and he's gonna lie prone again, and he's gonna kind of peek over, and he's gonna go to his opposite hip, to his left hip, and he's gonna draw out actually his pistol, because he has a pistol now. 4-chambered. Don't know how familiar everyone is with gunnery in our group, or just in general, but yeah, he has a gun. He's gonna kind of point. He's gonna point it over the edge and see if he can see anything.
No problem. Make a perception check for me.
Nice.
Oh damn! There is definitely the glint of some sort of like bronzed metal, like looking like scrap parts at the bottom of the whatever's going on in this shaft that you can see. But yeah, you can hear other things going on, and you see parts get thrown onto that little pile that you're seeing at the bottom, from basically off screen, if that makes sense at the moment.
Okay, there's a pile of, I don't know, scrap metal machinery. I don't really know what it is, but somebody's throwing more stuff on the pile from the deck below here.
And with your 25, you can hear the sound of like, and something is cutting on the floor below. But it would be too quiet for anyone else but you with your perception check to pick up right now.
I think I'm also hearing some sort of high-speed cutting. So they're building something, opening something. I cutting something open. I don't know.
As long as they're not cutting the ship open, because that would be pretty disastrous with decompression.
It will answer our question about whether or not anything else would have been affected by the weird flipping from those buttons, because I'm sure if he or she or it was affected down there, then there would be some angry grumbling rather than just continuing its work.
Maybe whatever Peanut was doing only affected this part of the ship.
Fingers crossed.
Either way, what do we do about what's below us? Do we ignore it? Do we go investigate?
I say we go investigate. I would set that pistol of yours to stun, though.
This doesn't stun people. It kind of goes through them at a very high speed.
That's very practical.
It's very practical if your goal is to put a little silver ball through someone at a very high speed. It does exactly what it's meant to do.
He looks confused at you, yeah.
So, should I stop installing this thing? What's the plan?
I think the priority is to get that installed before we go investigating. Because otherwise we'll just leave it half done we go down there, we possibly die, or cause more things, or it to come up and destroy whatever we've already worked on. So I'd get that done, and then we cause trouble.
Peanut, you know you were done about 15 minutes ago, and really all you were trying to do was make it look nice, and trying to take some pride in your work and make it look like it was more effort than it actually was.
Okay,
tiny monkeys sculpted around the bottom.
Give me like
smoking a different cigar.
Give me like 2 seconds, and I'll like hit it like very, very softly with my hammer. There, it's done now.
Perfect. There you go.
Excellent work, Mr. Peanut.
It's just Peanut, not Mr. Peanut. Mr. Peanut was my father. Well, and my grandfather, now I think about it, but it's just Peanut.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm Osborne, not Ankabiter. That's not Airhead, that's Peggy. And that's not Pretty Boy, that's Wraith.
Captain Wraith.
No, it's Wraith.
No.
Okay, so Bigfoot, Ghost, and I can't think of anything for you, so you're Cloudy.
Alright, you got it, Mr. Peanut. Let's get down this shaft and actually check out what's going on down here.
Okay.
I will go over and pull up the rope from this shaft, unless somebody has more rope for us to use.
I do have more rope, but we might as well have enough because there's going to be other shafts that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
So we might as well bring it back with us.
Okay, so then while I'm pulling this up, maybe you could be putting that down.
Yes. I will do that.
Sure.
No problem. So yeah, you guys spend a little bit of time setting a rope up to make your way down. Easily done. It's easier this way around than the climbing up routine as this is going on. But yeah, you start making your way so you can sort of drop into the space below. You pass through the gravity plane, and then it becomes more difficult as it turns into a little bit of a climb. But you're very close to the edge as this is going on. Is anyone going to try and peek over, stealth in, or are you as you're doing this final little piece of the climb, if that makes sense, as this is all going
on? What was our order?
That's a very good question.
We didn't decide an order to go down because whoever's first has to make the decision about peeking.
That's true. Who would be going?
I'm a pretty stealthy guy at this point.
Okay.
In my current
let's see if I'm trained in it. I'm also trained in stealth. I have a +6.
Okay, so between you, which one?
Also
which one?
pretty stealthy.
Peggy
I
offer to go first. That's just done.
It's not going to be done. So yeah, between you, who's the one that's making the choices down there?
Osborne would offer, but he wouldn't insist on it being him. But he would do it, unless somebody else, is feeling like they want to.
Anyone peek up, or does Osborne go ahead?
Excellent, number one. Lead the way.
Right. Let's give you a look. And so I will go down and I will try to peek, and I'll try to have am I peeking from the rope, or am I getting down on the actual...
So you went down on the rope until you hit the gravity plane, which then flips everything the other way. So the rope doesn't go any further, if that makes sense. And you guys had to climb the last little bit.
A climb.
It becomes a little bit of a climb. So you then peek over the edge if you want to, but you have to make a stealth check as you're giving that a go.
Okay.
Okay, nice. Okie dokie. I'll take you over to the map then. Well, if you go on the old teleporter there, it'll drop you in.
Yeah.
Right. So you are here on the side of all of this. There are a bunch of these strange, like, mechanical clockwork kind of beings, I guess, that they look like kind of like calf spiders, except they have like 2 giant chainsaw arms, and they seem to be cutting up the bodies of mechanical gnomes and different things going on. With a 21, you have not been spotted as all this is going on. But yeah, you can see them. They're basically grinding up bodies and simply picking over bits, throwing the parts into piles around you. There's a couple of broken ones around. They look like they may have got thrown around, like they've been in some sort of a blender. But yeah, there seems to be a lot of wreckage and a lot of stuff going on right now as these things are unnoticing but methodically cutting up body parts of mechanical beings, as far as you can see.
Do any of these gnomes look as if they're still alive?
Make a perception check.
Sorry, okay, you said perception?
Actual gnomes or mecha gnomes?
They're mechanomes.
Yes, yeah.
I'm assuming
They are clockwork. They're auto gnomes, so they're mechanical gnomes, basically. Yeah, as this is.
Osborne would consider them. He wouldn't make the distinction. He would consider them alive, as one of their instructors is a mechagnome.
Yes, absolutely.
And has interacted with them enough that he has assigned them,
that they are
personal agency, whether or not they actually have it. Or not.
Fair enough. You realise that in amongst the pile here, most of them are definitely gone, but you do think there may be the possibility of one of them may actually be still alive in amongst things unconscious, but still, yes, still intact enough that he might be alive. Obviously, you're just watching as these things are slowly, methodically going along the lines, starting to cut another leg off another one, and another one's cutting the arm off another one and things like that. They're all sort of scurrying around this whole scenario right now, slowly but surely grinding them up.
And does it look like they're going to be making it to that gnome anytime soon? Or
you think it's pretty imminent they'll be getting there? Yeah. It's not happened yet, but they're certainly won't take them long.
Can
few rounds would be the answer in your mechanically.
Okay. If it's a few rounds, then how long did it take me to climb up the shaft?
Your friends are not that far below you because they're on a little bit below, so they're like 2 rounds behind you in the thing. Overall, it took about 10-15 rounds to do the whole shaft, if that makes sense.
Okay, but they've climbed behind me.
Yeah, you've just done you've done the last bit where you've peeked up, and yeah, they're about a round behind you, if that makes sense in mechanics.
Okay, then I don't know who's directly behind me.
It'll either be Wraith or Peanut, one of the two of those.
All right, Osborne is going to look back at whoever's behind him, and he's gonna hold up his 3 fingers, and then just kind of say very quietly, like, "One potential friendly hurt," and then he's going to cock the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to kind of count down. And then on 3, he's going to throw his arm over the side, and he's going to shoot this one.
Okay, fair enough. We're going to roll some initiative then, I guess. So let's bring it all into the thing. You're going to get the surprise with the gun blast. That's no problem. I'll bring the clockworks in. And then obviously, if you guys move into the teleport as well, you might as well be in the same space to make life a little easier. On that one. And last one. There we go. Right. Okay. So let's roll some initiative for all of you.
Nostalgic clockwork horror sounds like one of those novels, like a 1984 style novel.
Fair enough. So yes, you guys are all in this as this is all going on. As Osborne will take his shot at the first one and see how he's going to do.
All right. Cacao.
23 is definitely going to hit. That's all good. And it takes 8 piercing damage. You get its attention as they all start the process. And we can begin the combat with Wraith. Yeah, you can You can
So
dive
would
up
I
the
be
space.
behind Osborne?
You are behind Osborne. Basically, your movement will get you to the top, if that makes sense, in this round, if that makes sense. But you're using all your movement to do it, if that makes sense.
Am I using my action?
No. You'll have your action and your bonus action. It's just that you have to use your movement to get the final bit up the space, if that makes sense. So you can end up on the edge of the hole, if that makes sense, as this is all going on. But you still have your action.
Sweet. I'll jump up onto the side of the hole. I will bonus action summon another echo to this space. Can I drop another token there?
I think you can. Let me see if I can do it for you. 1 sec. There you go. There's 2 of you. Ta-da!
Can I give this one a different color so I know which?
Oh, that's a very valid point on that front. 1 second. Let me just give it some light. That'll help, I think. Give it some color. And we only want it to go a very little distance so we can tell. There we go. At least we can tell it's something different about it.
Sweet. Okay. And then this echo will attack this one.
Nice. Okie dokie.
What do I have? Oh, it's not letting me. Okay. Sorry. The little bar on top is not letting me do things. I will use the sheet. There we go.
24 for 14. Absolutely gonna hit. Anything more on that?
That is my turn.
Okay, no problem. That is done. We're going to go to nostalgic Clockwork Horror. It's nostalgic for death. So here we go. It's going to move over and it's going to take its chance to attack on that one. These things have some saw attacks. So Osborne, you watch as the blade goes and it starts to try and attack you with the saw. 1 second. So a 23 for 4 slashing damage as the first one starts making its way in.
Right. Fine.
And then the second arm starts to come down with the other saw. So with a 9, that'll definitely miss on that one.
Out of the way of that one.
On that one. And then finally the bite attack. Let's see how it's going to do with that one. So a 22 as the thing, the metal clamps on down and bites on you with the last of the attacks there.
Ha!
Okay, so that is done. Cynical horror. It's got no choice but Wraith's Echo here. How substantial is this thing? Can it attack it, or is it going to try and fail? I can't recall.
It has an AC of 16.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. As the saw comes rotating in, so the 12 will probably miss, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And the second one, let's see how it's going to do. An 18 next time? Is that high enough?
Yep. Has 1 hit point, so it vanishes.
Okay.
I'll summon it next turn, so...
Yeah, we'll leave that there. So it sees that all going on and then moves to you to try and do the bite attack. Let's see how it's going to do with that. And a 22 for 8 piercing damage, is it?
Sure.
Okay, so that one is done. Bringing us to Mr. Peanut.
Yeah,
That is a
Peanut.
official name now.
Peanut is going to climb out of the hole.
Yeah.
And you'll see the crystals that are embedded within his piecemeal armor are going to start to glow, and an arc of energy is going to shoot out at this thing. As I will use my lightning launcher.
Lightning launcher. Oh, 18. I think that's gonna. Which one are you attacking? Sorry, is there this one here or the one further off?
The one closest.
No problem. No problem.
And I can add 1d6 to this as well.
18 just hits as you do that on that one. So that is definitely gonna hit.
And I can add another d6 on top of this.
Nice.
So,
so 12 in total. Okay.
And because I have dexterous feet.
Oh,
Because
sorry.
I
Apologies. Yeah, you watch as your your energy crackles around this thing, and then you're like, oh, it has no effect.
Oh crap!
And I will give it back its health on that one. Anything else on Peanut's turn?
Okay, seeing that, because I have dexterous feet and I can manipulate an object, could I, like, with my feet, pick like one of the acid vials out of my backpack and throw it at it?
Sure. I don't know if I would give it to you every time, but I would certainly give it to you for this.
Can a monkey get its foot on its back? As in, like,
Well,
Ken in the
that's
movie.
my only issue with this situation is I don't know whether it can like bend its leg that way.
Very flexible monkey.
That is hypermobile as hell.
well, only a 7 to hit, so probably not.
You throw the acid over this poor set of old gnomes that have been broken up over this side, and they start to sizzle and burn. But alas, with no luck with the acid vial.
Whoop.
Bringing us back to Osborne's turn. I think you might be still muted, Conrad. Sorry.
Osborne is going to disengage.
Okay.
Now that we have a beefy boy with us, he doesn't have to be the beefy boy.
It's true.
He can do what he's supposed to do. He's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he's gonna pop a potion.
Okay, no problem.
So target myself, healing. So I give myself 8 back.
Okie dokie. No problem. Yeah, drinking one yourself is a bonus, and that's all done.
Yep.
No worries.
So that's it for me.
Okay, cool. Right, next on the list is Peggy.
Peggy will probably come up and she'll be next to Wraith, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to work out. I definitely wouldn't be able to reach that with my hands. So I will pull out from like a little pouch a dart and just like lob it at this one that's attacking Wraith.
Okay, no problem.
What makes them
18. 18 is going to be good for 8 damage. Okay.
Straight in one of its little robot eyes.
yeah, you catch it, and it definitely takes the hit as you knock it to one side. No problem. Any more?
Just double checking what I can do for bonus because I haven't played her for a while.
That's okay. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a while.
I can't reach with an unarmed strike, so
not right now. You will.
Nothing. But one day.
One day you will. One day. Okay, the snobbish Clockwork Horror. Okay, so that is going to let's see if how it's gonna do with intelligence first of all. Let's say on that one. Oh no, the wraith has disappeared. Sorry, that has disappeared. It's not there. So yeah, its easiest choice is the monkey. So the monkey incoming with a rotating saw to the side of the arm. 16 to hit. Is that going to be enough for your?
I think 16's my AC. No, 15's my AC. So yes, it will.
Okay, so 5 from the first one. The second one incoming, and that's a 17 for 4. Yeah. And then it tries to bite you for the last one. 17 for 10. So yeah, you take 2 side moves, and then the actual bite is the worst one as it catches you on the side badly.
Yeah, and Peanut's down. That's 19.
Whoa,
That
okay.
was the hit points I had left. So
Okay, Peanut's down. Okie dokie. Yeah, away, no problem. Well, it may be a problem. We'll see. Wraith, round to you as this is all going on. You see Peanut down. The Peanut gallery is down, and everything else is as you see.
Well, that changes things. I will. I'll move to here. I will bonus action summon my Echo here.
Okay.
And I will start attacking this one to the south. So I have to do it from the sheet. So great sword will miss, I guess.
Yeah, 13 will definitely miss, unfortunately.
Okay, I will unleash incarnation, so the Echo will attack and miss.
Oh man, okay. No, not improving. Oh man, okay.
I will action surge
Woof.
and attack again. Oh god.
Wow.
Oof. Okie dokie.
I'll unleash incarnation again.
Okay.
God.
Oh no.
Where does dog shit? My God.
The rolls, man. Oh my
I
god.
use my movement to jump back down the hole.
Slipping on monkey blood. I think that's the issue.
You definitely can use your movement to jump down the hole if you wish, but you'll be falling.
Oh. I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Oh.
Wow.
Okie dokie. Nostalgic. Okay. Right. As this is all going on, that one is he sees that these two are dealing with those, so it's going to go start chasing after the other guy and see how that's going to do. I know. On that front, but right. So incoming, one saw. Let's see how the first one's going to go.
Miss.
14 is a miss. Second saw. 14 is a miss, and then
Miss.
it goes for the bite. And probably
Always
the
the
bite.
bite.
And always the damn bite.
I want to get hit with those little bitty arms. I don't care about these. Ugh. Okay, Osborne's not looking great.
Okay. And then the horror, it's his turn here on that one. They are... How intelligent are these things on that one? Okay, so they're not completely stupid. So it saw this thing get summoned directly in front of it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it knows which one's which. Right, so we're going to go for Wraith here. First saw attack. And it crits, but it's the little one. The saw.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally the bite.
Yeah.
Oof, wow, okay. It is all go. So that is done, bringing us to Peanuts. Out in the open, you can do the death save for me.
Out in the open? I already selected blind.
No, just out in the open. I'm not stressing you out on a one shot. So
Okay.
Even though you did in the first 2 episodes.
I definitely did in the first 2, but I learned my lesson.
Fail.
Okay, so he's one fail down. Osborne, round to you.
It's almost as if you want Peanut to die. Peanut's the light soul.
This would be a life lesson in hubris.
Osborne keeps getting caught with these damn bites after blocking these chainsaw arms.
That's fair.
So he's gonna kind of tuck and roll to here, and then he's gonna come up with his shield and see if he can't push this thing into the hole.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah.
I'm not strong.
No, but
So
it will be a
I don't like my
contested.
odds of being able to do this, but I'm gonna try. So here's my push attack with my athletics.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty damn good. Let's see how it's gonna roll.
Don't you dare,
Oh
James.
my god. You wouldn't bloody believe me if it wasn't happening that way. Yeah, it holds its ground, digs in. You see all the legs seem to crack into the rock. This is how they probably survived the blender incident that was happening previously, as they probably clamped down. Okay. Anything else on Osborne's turn?
Yeah. Osborne says, "I don't think so." He's gonna action surge.
Oh, okay.
And try it again.
Okie dokie. Yeah. Well, we know you know what you're dealing with. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Let's see how they're going to do in return. I'm assuming.
Hey!
There you go. Yeah, you push this thing back, and it goes tumbling down the hole, out of sight as this is all going on. Well done.
Osborne, he's all like bloody. The shield kind of drops. He has the gun out and ready, and he looks and he sees Wraith getting hellaciously just wrecked, and freaking Peanut on the ground bleeding out. He's like, son of a bitch. And I think I have like, let's see, I went 1, 2, 3. I have like 10 more feet of movement, so I'm gonna make my way in that direction.
No worries.
And that's it for me.
No worries. Bringing us to Peggy's turn as this is all going on.
Okay, so Peggy is still kind of in the hole.
Okay.
She hasn't climbed out of the hole yet at this point, and she'll take in her surroundings just as Osborne did, see Peanut seemingly dead in front of her. Wraith,
you've seen a mechanical body go flying down behind you. As this is all going on.
Wraith and Osborne look like shit, and she's panicking a bit. But she goes, "Okay, Peggy, you can do this. Just breathe. Just a little power up." And she just suddenly like flexes her muscles she's holding on, and through her arms is like a blast of like colours from the Aurora Borealis just suddenly burst around her arms as I use my new feature of Arms of the Astral Self.
Nice.
Ooh. Very fancy.
I'm just checking which one I want to do. So first of all, when I do that, every creature within 10 feet of me of my choosing has to take 2d4 damage with a DC of 14. So that would be the two lads that we have there.
Okay. So they got to make a dex save?
Which is what happened here. So I actually... Yeah, so I don't know why the attack roll came up, but it's a DC 14. And if they don't pass it, they take 8.
Okay, so the first one definitely failed, so it will take 8. Not bad at all.
And then I'm going to pull myself up, and I'm going to... I'm going to call myself here, and I'm going to, with my magical glowing arms, I'm going to pull that guy over the edge because I can use my wisdom modifier in place of my strength modifier. So to do a strength for pulling him down, it'll be a +4 instead of...
No problem.
0.
Yeah, so you can use that. It'll contest it. Obviously, it doesn't want to go. On that one, it's going to use its athletics. Let's see what it's going to do.
I'll just roll a dexterity check instead.
Yeah.
So, it's the same as my wisdom. It's both +4. My God.
Oh my God. Yeah. I thought that was going to be a worker, but alas.
Why am I being punished? I'm being punished.
The rolls are low. The rolls are low.
Yeah, and I can't even use action search because I've used my bonus action.
Oh man.
So I'm very annoyed. Yeah.
Okay.
So Peggy's like trying to pull this thing, and she's like, "Oh, I've made a mistake, and it's just like holding its leg whilst her arms are glowing.
as it's going. Fair enough.
This continues for 10 minutes, so I just have like buff arms for 10 minutes.
Cool. Okay, Wraith, you are in the thick of it here with this guy. So let's see how the sword's gonna do. One sword attack.
Who's he attacking?
He's attacking you because they saw these things. You saw him. You made it appear directly in front of it. They're not. Unfortunately. Yeah.
I have 1 hit point.
Oh my
God!
There's 2 attacks left in there. Okay, let's see. First one. It's a 12, but it's gonna miss. And then the bite. Let's see how it's gonna do.
Don't you dare.
Yes.
Nice.
So yeah, it misses with the key ones there, bringing us to the top of the round. And Wraith, it is your turn.
Echo is going to move 30 feet in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the ruler still doesn't work. Oh, okay. Right. So the Echo
Yeah,
moves
apologies.
there.
The movement's not quite there yet. A few weeks for that one.
Action. I will swap places with said Echo.
Aha. Yep.
I will then use my action to attack this one with the Echo.
Nice.
So 1 greatsword.
Okay. So yes, you definitely you will definitely hit.
I will use my last Unleash Incarnation for another attack. And miss.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Wonderful.
These rolls, damn.
Yeah, it started off so well and then
And it went down else. Anything else?
Yes. I'm gonna move. So I'll use my movement just to back myself up into this little corner.
Fair enough. No problem.
And at the end of my turn, because it's 30 feet away from me, it'll disappear. So I'll just move it off the map.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Nostalgic one is falling down a pit. That is out of the way at the moment. Right, this one, Peggy, you are the clear and obvious choice now as this is going on. So the first sword attack incoming, a 22 will be for 6. The second one, which will be a 20 for 3. And then the final one, which is the bite. Rollo. I did Rollo. There you go. Right. Okay, so we'll be missing with the bite attack. So that is out of the way, which is good news. That is done. Peanut, death save for me, please.
Oh no.
Number 2.
2 fails.
To be honest, I was waiting for the 1.
No. Okay, so that is the fail there. Osborne, round to your turn.
71% chance of dying.
Osborne holsters his gun and runs to slide next to Peanut and pulls out the second healing potion that Peanut was giving him giving a shit for grabbing, that he doesn't need it. Grabs his simian face and kind of puckers it into a kiss and then dumps the healing potion down his throat.
Yep, dump it down his gullet. That makes sense. Peanut, you come round being cradled, and then you realize, hang on a minute, you're being forced to swallow a potion.
Osborne chucks the vial down the hole, hopefully hitting the other thing down there, and just looks down at Mr. Peanut and says, "I don't like you. Get up."
What a rude awakening.
And then I step back over there, and I cannot do anything else.
fair enough.
Because feeding somebody is
Throwing
an
a
action.
potion is an action. That's definitely correct.
Yes.
Okay, that is done. But Peggy, round to your turn here.
Okay. I will, again, I will try and throw this bastard down the hole with my magic arms. So,
Okay, let's see how you're going to do versus it.
oh, no, that doesn't count because it's using my athletics.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Right,
I thought
so
that was
my 13 is the correct one, but I don't know what it.
Sorry, no, that's because I'm clicked on you.
Oh,
that's why.
me.
No, that's why. 1 second. So skills, athletics. Let's do it with the actual creature, and it might make more sense.
Yay! Go down the hole,
there
bastard.
you go. Whee! And it gets thrown down, following whatever's going on with the other one below.
And then I finally hoist myself up after throwing it. And I flip it off as it goes down the hole. With like my magical fingers, so like it's even bigger and more powerful as I flip off.
No problem. So that is that done. Anything you technically got a bonus, I guess?
I have a bonus, but I can't do a hit because I haven't attack. No, it is an attack action, so I can. I will then run forward and I will punch this guy in the face.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
You have 10-foot reach with your special arms, so you didn't need to move.
What does it?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I can. What does it say that?
1 bonus action. Okay, yeah, no problem. 8 damage at the.
It doesn't say 10 foot. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't say that on my D&D Beyond. I have 10 foot reach.
Oh, weird. Unless they changed it, but anyway, yeah, you definitely hit. You catch it with that one. That's no problem. Okay, so that is done. The snobbish one, he is left. He's got an unconscious monkey and then something that's actually attacking it right now. So it's obvious, Peggy, they're coming your way as this is all going on. So first one, saw attack incoming. 13. I'm assuming that's going to be a miss. And a 19, but for 3 damage, so not too bad. And then lastly, it is going to do the old bite attack. Let's see how it's going to do. Nope. Okay, fair enough. So that is all done, and we are at the top of the turn order. Wraith, back round to you.
Will summon bonus action, summon an echo there. It will move 30 feet to there. It will make an attack. Where's my sheet? Be the 18. Nope, it's gonna miss.
Oh man.
I'm gonna stay where I am, so at the end of my turn, it'll vanish again.
Okie dokie, that is done. The clockwork horrors, who knows what's going on with those? Peanut, you're on the ground, but you're alive. You're still taking breaths.
You're an ugly son of a bitch. And I'll stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And since my normal attacks doesn't seem to be hurting it, I'll like point one of the crystals embedded in my armor at it, and I will cast Magic Missile. I guess I have to.
An Arthur favorite.
Fair enough. Yeah, definitely gonna work. 9. One more.
Yeah. This is annoying. That I have to roll them each separately.
Yeah, we can make a.
Yeah, I think we figured out that if you roll it like the first time, it'll cast the spell, and then the other times you just have to roll like regular d4s, I think.
Anyway, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we'll take all of that. Anything else on Peanut's turn?
I guess not. I'll like kind of dance around it and get away from this bit.
Okay, no worries. No worries. Osborne, round to your turn then.
Okay, Peanuts up. Wraith's cowering in the corner but alive.
Mm-hmm.
I see my friend Peggy now has fucking astral arms, which is new. So I'm just gonna go, whatever. And I go from pointing at mid-mass down to like its legs, and I line it up so that I can get 2 legs in one shot, and I'm going to use a winging shot.
Oh, okay.
That is a disarming shot. I meant a winging shot, this one. So first I gotta hit it.
Okay. 18 to beat.
18 on the die.
Spot on.
For 7, and now it has to make a DC saving throw, a 14 strength, or be knocked prone.
Okay. So strength save incoming. And it gets 11. So I believe that is definitely knocked prone in the moment.
It's knocked prone, and I'll just say, Peggy, wail on it! Because now you have advantage on all of your attacks.
Absolutely. Anything else on Osborne, or is he there?
That is it.
Bringing us
Fired
to Peggy's turn.
3 shots. I have 1 more, and then I have to reload.
Okay. This thing is on the ground, Peggy.
Hell yeah. Okay, so just for artistic sake, Peggy is gonna go, hell yeah, and when she takes her staff off her, the energy from her astral plane sort of like goes around the staff as well and sort of makes a blast of light just for prettiness sake. It doesn't actually do anything. And
Flavor's
I will
all good.
smack the crap out of this thing with my quarterstaff.
Okay, at advantage here. 18 to beat. Ugh. Okay.
Nope. So yeah, that sucked. I will then go. 1 second.
That's okay.
And then I will go. All right. Well, I guess I gotta take action to my own hands, and then I'm going to do my first of all my unarmed. But then I'll do a flurry of blows. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you can spend the key point and do that. Okay, no problem.
And then I'll do a flurry of blows. So 1.
With advantage, just hits. So that is done. And 19 will be fine. Yeah, you see this thing's starting to look rough. It's still up, but it is definitely
Starting to look rough. These things have buckets of hit points and 3 attacks, man.
I know. Yeah. They're mean machines. They're definitely mean machines.
Throwing
like,
2 of them in the
not
hole.
Dying.
Throwing
She's
2
like
of them in the
wailing
hole
at it.
was the right idea.
100% the right choice. Right.
Like we fell in the hole and came out the other side. Does this mean that if we go back to the command module, that they'll
They're gonna
be
be
there?
Very possibly.
Where the controls are.
Well, I guess it depends on how the gravity plane works, right? Perhaps they're like floating down there if they're not able to get.
Maybe they're
to the
bobbing
side.
back and forth, kind of
Yeah.
where the gravity break is.
Oh, we shall see. We shall see.
Spinning.
First things first. Right, snobbish one. Clearly, it's having the crap beaten out of it, so it's going to get up for starters. It's going to have to do that. And at the moment, Peggy's the worst of the things, so it's going to start there. So saw attack on Peggy. Let's see how it's going to do. No luck, which is good. And the second time, an 18. I'm assuming that's got more chance. And
That
then
is my AC, yeah.
for 4, and then the last one is the bite. It's the one you don't want to get through, and the bite does not get through. So you're doing good right now.
Yeah.
Wraith, round to you.
I'll do the same again. Summon Echo, move Echo, attack with Echo.
No problem.
Oh my gosh, that is the wrong sheet again. Sorry.
That's all right.
There we go. Oh. And this with Echo.
Yeah. Well, this is looking familiar.
And then at the end of my turn, it'll disappear because it's more than 30 feet away from me. That's my
Okay.
go.
Yep. Who knows what's going on with those guys? Peanut. What are you up to, Zep?
Mr. Peanut.
I'll do magic missile again, otherwise I'm not going to be able to turn this thing. So
Okay.
magic missile.
Well, that's definitely going to hit. That's not bad. 11 damage. Okay. Anything else as the magic bolts blast into this thing and it's taking the knocks? Peanut got anything else up his sleeve?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay, Osborne, round to you.
Osborne, how bad does this thing look?
It's looking real rough. It can barely
Okay.
move on one of its legs now.
I'm just gonna shoot it.
Okay. Ooh, no.
I'm not gonna shoot it, and that also means that I've fired 4 times, so I will need to reload the gun. So I'll say, damn it, and I'll kind of duck back to here, and I'll just say, Peggy, I'm out for a minute. I gotta reload. So my next turn is spent reloading, but I'm not there yet. So I'm just giving. He's calling out that he has to reload as if this was fucking Call of Duty, but this,
Yeah. Fair enough.
it's super brotastic, but it also explains why I'm not doing anything.
Fair. Peggy, round to you. This thing, in front of you, still mincing around with these blades, but looking like it's looking pretty rough.
God, I'm gonna hit it again with my quarterstaff and then just hope. My God! And then I'm gonna just angrily punch it because I'm now just furious because this thing will not die.
Wow.
Oh wow! Level 3, guys. Level 3. Holy moly!
I don't think this has anything to do with the levels.
We don't have insignificant bonuses, though. I mean, you're rolling at a +6. I'm rolling at a +6.
I don't think this has anything to do with like the level. I think this is to do with terrible rolls.
Yeah,
at the moment.
it is a bad night for rolls. That's definitely true.
I use my free action to cry.
Okay, well, as the tears start rolling, it comes back round to its turn, and we're going to see what it's going to try to do with its saw, and let's see how it's going to do as it tries to return the favor. Does it roll better or worse? It rolls a bit better. So you 5
as well.
Yeah, 5 for that one, and then it rolls again for another
I want
4,
one.
and then the bite attack. An 18.
God, I'm down.
Okay, but it is out of turns to do that.
Yeah, as I fall back, the beautiful colors sort of like dissipate into like stars and just twinkle out of my arms and scatter
as she falls into
So
unconsciousness.
it's at least beautiful rather than gross.
Fair enough. Wraith, you see the Peggy go down in the moment as this is all going on.
Same again. Summon Echo, attack with Echo.
Okay.
Cry a little bit.
Come on.
Oh, come on. Oh, 20 for 15.
Oh my God! Right. Okay. How much did it have left? How do you want to finish it off? It had 9 hit points.
Finally.
Just slices it in half, like just an uppercut, and yeah.
And finally, yes, the beastie is dead in the moment as this is all going on. Right, we can end the initiative here. The only thing we'll do is so this all sort of comes to an end. So what are the first things people are doing in as the battle ends, if that makes sense?
I'll stabilize Jess.
Right, so medicine check if you're going to try and stabilize her.
Or Peggy, sorry. Get to that. Okay,
So you've definitely stabilized her. That's no problem. And then Conrad, you want to with Osborne, you want to look over the edge of the thing. So you can see where the gravity plane ends, about 60 feet down, something like that. They're literally bobbing there, trying to get a foothold, and you don't think you've got long before they would start trying to climb.
So Osborne would just be like Wraith, these things are stuck down there, but they're not going to be down there for long. Can you put your whatever that is down there and do something about it? And while I'm saying this,
is it?
It's about 60 feet at the moment.
I cannot reach that far.
Well, Osborne is going to load his gun.
Shoot to kill.
Yeah, Osborne's going to load his gun, and
You think with climbing, I'm going to say probably four rounds before they would start getting to be able to get climb back up and be a thing. So you've got 4 rounds of things you guys can do as a group before you would have to deal with these things. One of them looks really rough, and the other one looks pretty good. So it's just a matter of what you're doing in those rounds before anything else goes on, if that makes sense.
Okay, Osborne says, "I'm gonna try to buy some time. I'm gonna try to buy some time," and he's gonna kind of, actually, he's gonna put in a special round in his gun, that's like a green one. He's gonna cock it in place, and he's gonna point it down, and he's gonna shoot it, and he shoots it in between them, and then it explodes, and it's a bunch of seeds, and he's gonna cast Entangle on them.
Ooh, interesting. That is good. Yeah.
So I will put it there, basically. And it's basically like it just covers the entire thing that they're in. And I know they have chainsaw arms, but I figured, this would buy us a little bit more time.
I'm going to say that they're having to cut and strut the way through what's going on down there. That's definitely I like it.
DC save of 13.
Yeah, they both made that, but I definitely say it's going to start slowing them down for maybe another round or so as they're trying to make their way out. So I'm happy to go with that on that front.
Okay. So I reload that chamber with a real musket bullet thing that I have. And just say, all right, that's not going to buy us a lot of time, but it'll make it harder for them to move up here. And then I start taking pot shots.
Yeah, fair enough, no problem. Anyone else got any distance?
Survivor here? Peggy's gonna after thanking Peanut for getting her up and taking her help potion.
Yeah, without looking.
Someone here?
Yeah, without breaking eye contact with the whole. I'm gonna point over to the Mechanome pile right here. I'm gonna say, right there, but we need to take care of this first. And then I go back. I don't know how many shots I can take, Jeans.
Well, I'm going to say 4 rounds worth before they'll be getting up here. So.
Okay, the pistol's range is 30-90, so I will be taking these at disadvantage, but I'll still do it.
Okay, no problem. Let's see how we go.
So, which one looks rough?
The top one looks rough.
This one? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to assume you're attacking the weakened one until otherwise noted.
Yes, absolutely. So, twang. That hits.
Yeah, you definitely hit with that one.
And then I will kind of release the breath and do it again, hopefully. That also hits.
Nice. Hey, damn. Okay, so you take that one out. That had 9 hit points left. So you take that out before it can make its way up. You think you got two more rounds of pot shots at the other one as it's coming up.
Okay.
But at this point,
sorry, go ahead.
at this point, could I have joined him and like
Yeah,
hit him with my light crossbow?
Yeah. If you got range, go for it. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Two rounds.
80,
2 rounds
80,
of stuff.
320. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So that is gonna be 19. Okay, and roll it again, Peanut, because you'd be able to get another round in.
When it's within 45 feet, I can start sending the echo down there to make attacks.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, for this round then, Wraith, bring those in, and Osborne also you can take another shot.
Yeah, what wall is it coming up? Because Osborne would want to be on the opposite wall.
Yeah, we'll just say, you can. It'll be on the opposite wall to the way you guys are standing, if that makes sense, to make life easier on that one. Oof, where did these come from? Wow.
We come back from a break and everyone's rolling the highest.
Rolling the highs, absolutely. It's looking really rough. You got 1 round of stuff between you guys before it gets to you guys. Let's see what you can do. 22 for 8. That will do the trick. Okay,
and now I have to reload, so I'm gonna step back away just in case. Jeez Louise!
Oh my god, you guys eviscerate this thing before it gets up the thing. Pretty good.
I know, right?
Oh man, easy work of them. Yeah, that definitely we're putting them in down there was the right idea as
and that's why it's called shooting fish in a barrel. Way to go, everyone!
Absolutely, yeah. After all that hard work before, it feels like a win-win as that's going on for all of this going on. As you go over, Peggy, you do see this gnome looks fairly rough as this is going on, but he definitely looks like he's a survivor of some sort. He has a nameplate on the front of him, and his name says Whizpop.
Whizpop?
Yes, Whizpop.
So pleasant. And Peggy will actually read it and just go, Whizpop, in like a very sweet way, because she just loves the name.
Fair enough. When as you do, sort of eyes sort of start blinking at you, Peggy, as this goes on, and you just hear pop. It's like his vocal box or something has been broken, and he looks in he is damaged. Would be the best way of putting it, and is struggling to be able to speak as this is all going on.
Peggy would help him into a seated or a standing position, whatever seems comfortable, and will say, "We're with an engineer. Maybe he can have a look and hopefully sort out whatever seems to be going on with your voice box. You seem to be struggling a little bit. We're here to help. My name's Peggy, and the guy coming up behind is our engineer. His name is Mr. Peanut, and he'll hopefully aid you in any way you need."
Say an engineer over here.
No problem. Okay. As you come running up, Peanut, you can see. He's looks like he is badly damaged, but operable as this is all going on. What are you going to try and do?
I'll take out my hammer and start beating away at it, and that is me casting basically mending.
She his throat with a hammer.
Fair enough. You start and
Peggy will panic when you first do that. She's like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, but you see,
I'm an engineer. I know what I'm doing.
Every time he does it, it's like Mr. Fix It, and it just it starts to take out a section. And the gnome seems to be taken aback by this at first, but it's kind of afterwards, after a little bit, it starts to croak out. Thank you. It's still struggling, but it can at least make some words now as this is all going on. What?
I'll have to look at it in a proper workspace to get it operable again.
What happened here?
We're not entirely sure about how you got here or the situation as such. We came through that hole over there and found those guys, and points to the remains of the one that died up here, were seemingly chopping up various parts of automatons, and our friend over there, pointing to Osborne, spotted you still alive, so we came and intervened to help you.
Thank you. We
Most
had it under control at first, but then whole place began to spin, and then we fell. Oh.
Peggy will look at Peanut. Like, she's not a subtle person, so she'll just look at Peanut immediately as you said about the spinning room.
What was that supposed to know what that would happen?
So yeah, the gnome starts looking around and just sees all of its fallen comrades around it, and just looks a bit sullen in the moment as all this is going on, as that's happening.
So what exactly were your group here doing? What was your goal?
Salvage operation. Trouble from them, as he points at the robots that you've managed to destroy on that front. Not expecting trouble.
Well, that makes you and us both. We were told this place will be abandoned.
Same. We thought so. Those things not from here. Salvage? Possibly. It thinks possibly that they were on a salvage operation of their own.
So it's 3 different parties here, all for the same thing. That's fun. That's great.
Yeah, you definitely get the sense that they were trying to salvage it. Sounds like these other things, whatever they were trying to salvage it. Abandoned maybe, forgotten probably not, is probably the best way of putting it for this thing.
Did you?
Well, who do you work for, or are you independent?
Independent group. Make money. Take home. Not worth
Right.
this.
Did your entire group come here, or do you have a base elsewhere with some friends we can get you back to?
With time, I can call my ship. Need to rest.
Pointless
Okay, well,
friends we could take him to, perhaps?
I was just about to say, yeah, we can drop him off with our people. Strength in numbers. Maybe someone there is a tinkerer, like Peanut, that can speed along your healing process.
Hey, give me a good workshop and I'll fix him within the day.
Unfortunately, we don't have that, because if other people are showing up here, we need to do what we're supposed to do before they do. So we need you with us.
Fair enough. I mean, the gnome definitely seems like he's willing to wait it out, and he will follow you if you guys want him to come with you guys to other places on the ship. You've installed the helm. It's up to you guys what you want to try and do next.
Insight of a place to go to, like, scavenge anything, or like say X, there's been known to have X here or whatever to go and find, or do we just report back that we've done our job?
Well, yeah, you've certainly got everything up and running, ready to go on that front. But yeah, I mean, you haven't checked in on them. I suppose there is that. Or you can start going back up to the command deck and trying to pilot the ship into basically beholder space would be the other way of describing it. You could. That's the other choice at the moment.
Okay.
I
How's
don't
about
want to
we?
do that one.
Okay. How's about we have a rest first? Like, lay down our heads a little bit. Like, get massages from the minions we have downstairs. I don't know how this works. This is my first mission.
You certainly know you have a cook down there that will at least have me making you a meal if you do go back to them.
I think that might be a shout. I think a few of us are slightly worse for wear, but I can't promise massages unless someone has a secret talent as a masseuse. No one has expressed that ability, I'm afraid.
Honestly, it sounds like a Rufus thing.
It does. I can
anybody
imagine
was
him
gonna
having
massage,
weird
I
skills.
Yeah. I'd absolutely say that was something he picked up somewhere.
So yeah, what's the plan? Is the plan to make your way down there or up to the command deck?
Can he climb?
You think he will struggle, but he will make it. Yeah.
Alright, then yeah, let's head back to base, lick our wounds.
I
Maybe.
could have my Echo carry him and just float him through.
Oh,
the tunnel.
okay. There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
That might be a good idea rather than the risk of the poor fellow falling.
No worries. Okay. So the plan is you're gonna fly. You're gonna go back up to the command deck, and then from the command deck back down the ropes and things that you had set up, back to the original area that you met. That's no problem. And Wraith's Echo is gonna princess carry the gnome all the way there. No problem.
Before we do leave, though,
Someone who doesn't know how to hold a child, just like in front of him.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Maybe after Wizpop is maybe in the shaft already, can Osborne look through the remains to see if there's anything useful here?
Yeah, definitely. Make a investigation check of the area and all the bits that's around there. No problem.
14.
14. Okay. You find that there is in amongst things a little small iron coffer. It seems to be latched but not locked. You pop it open, and inside you see there are 5 pearls worth 100 gold pieces each. And it also contains some sort of a spell scroll in the inside there as well.
Okay. I pop that shut and I'll take that with me.
Okay, no problem. You guys, you can go back up the way you came through the old teleporter and stuff like that. That's no problem. And then you can make your way back down this one here. Or have I leveled a template at you? Sorry, let's get rid of that. And then when you get down here, if you hold fire about there, I can explain what's going to be happening as you get back.
Oh, good.
Oh, great. I can't wait for all of our friends to be dead. I'm
There's mush.
just like a beholder just eating them.
1 second. Right, so that's going to be Wraith. You guys start shimmying down the ropes and making your way down. You're just above the area when you feel below it is just all filling up with smoke below you. So you've not made it down here yet, but there's smoke rising up the shaft as all of this is all going on. What do you guys start to do as you see that the smoke is below you as this is all going up in the tunnel?
Doesn't smell like burnt cooking. That smells a little bit worse.
No, it's thick smoke that's starting to come up the shaft from below you.
Ah, god damn it! I knew we should have had a rest before this. God.
You can see that the smoke is rising up. But do you try and push on and through and into it, or what's the plan here?
I mean, we got to see what's going on down there, right?
I guess. If we must.
Yes. Let's go. Let's be good.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm sorry, gang. Osborne's neutral good. He'd want to make sure his friends are okay.
True.
Okay.
So,
Okay, the horrorscape that is the space below is going to be a thing in a moment. 1 second, let me just start to turn shit on and say.
Oh my god!
Flames! Oh no! Oh, we should have taken all the shit. We should have taken everything. God damn it!
As this is going on. Appearing into the cargo deck, it seems to be that the whole place is on fire. You look around the space and looking through the smoke. The first thing you have to do is you all have to make a Constitution saving throw as you land in the space, as you're seeing all this going on in the moment.
Oh.
Okie dokie. Have you got?
I rolled.
Is this for...
Oh, you rolled
twice.
You rolled
Sorry.
twice. We'd always take the first one, so that's no problem. So you definitely think. DC.
Is this for breathing?
DC 10. Yeah, it's trying to breathe through the smoke and the inhalation of what's going on.
I have unending breath, so I can just hold my breath forever.
Perfect. Then you do not have to worry. That is brilliant.
Nice.
and pretty good, because you would have got 1 level of exhaustion for failing that. Failing what's going on. You also will see, as you pop into the space here, what has caused this problem in the first place. Is there are the equivalent of of some sort of magma creature that seems to be with wings that's flying around the space, burning everything in amongst all of this. We're going to roll some initiative and see how you guys are going to do. This is the last one.
If we would have rested,
They
our
appear
friends
to
would
be
have been
down.
dead.
Yeah.
That
We needed
is-
to come back.
That is the
Spoiler alert.
absolute true.
I don't think we're going to do so well. Just my theory, but yeah.
Well,
Especially when you roll a 2. Oh my god, our initiatives are all so bad.
No.
What?
Well, one of them's rude, so we have to deal with that because he's very rude apparently.
and just 1 for Wraith on that one for the roll, and then we're
God.
Yeah, rate
that's the
in
echo.
there twice.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay, I can remove the second one. Of course, yeah, there's the echo. Okay.
Unbiased.
Okie dokie. So these guys are going to be going first in amongst all of this, right? So as this is going on, the first one, which one of these guys? Bear with me. It must be this one. Okay, Peggy, it comes running over to you. Let's see how it's going to do. It's going to try and hit you with its claws here. Let's see how it's going to do. A 22 to hit for 2 slashing and 2 fire, as it will catch you with that. But it is officially done. The next one, unbiased. What's their movement speed here? What have they got? 30-foot fly. So it's going to fly. Going to fly to there, and then it is going to try and use its fire breath and see how it's going to do. Oh man, it cannot hit, so it will not do that on that one. It will have to double move, which is probably not a bad thing. So okay, that is all done. Bringing us to Wraith, your turn.
Oh man. Okay. Echo is going to move 30 feet. Is going to move 30 feet over here. But I'll use my bonus action to swap places. So Echo will be there, Wraith will be there. And then I'll use my action to attack this one.
The first one, okay.
Yes. There we go. 22 for 15.
Whoa, okay, yes, you definitely hit.
And that's all I can do.
Okay, Peanut,
Yes.
round to you.
Yeah, I will try to use my lightning cannon again.
Oh, okay, yeah. Against the same
Or
target.
lightning launcher, yeah.
Sure. 21 for 7. That will definitely hit.
And I can deal 1d6 more damage once per turn. So that's
of course, there's a 1. Okay.
And I'll start walking back because I don't feel like dying.
Okay, that makes sense. The rude magma Mayfit. Okay, the rude one will move to there, and I think he will be able to use his fire breath. Let's see how he's going to do here. And it can catch 3 of you, I believe, as that is going on. And it is going to be a dex save against the against that one.
The echo is actually an object, so it does not get affected by this.
Ah, nice. Okay, cool. Well, it doesn't know. So I'm happy with that. No problem. 18, so you're going to be halving the fire damage. And Peggy, you're going to take the 4.
I'm so angry.
I can't believe all the dexterity saves are, have been a thing.
I am down.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
I've been truly fucked.
Osborne, then, round to you in the moment. The flames are done. The place is burning. What do you do? Oh, sorry. First things first. Apologies. So the ones that have already been, but you need to make the con save at the beginning of your turn every time. To those that need to breathe, anyway.
Fine.
You would have been fine, Peanut, which is good. Osborne's going to be great. That's no problem.
Save con. 15?
Yeah, all good. So there's no problems there. So yeah, that's okay. So Osborne, it is your turn.
Okay, which one did which one did Wraith already hit?
Wraith is knocked out. This one in the middle of the group of 3. I can't ping it for some reason. But yeah, this one is looking very worse for wear.
Okay, I will shoot that one.
Okay. 14, I believe, is enough. It is indeed. It has exactly 1 hit point to its name. So you officially blast the head off the thing.
All right, and then Osborne will look back to Whizpop and just say, "Can you get a potion in my friend if she has it on her body?"
It sort of nods in your general direction as that's going on. That's definitely plausible.
Because I'm pretty sure Peggy has 1 more potion. Because I asked her to grab 2.
I've used them both.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but Osborne will be thinking what he thinks.
Whizpop will find that out later. But just spoiler
okay.
Okay, but yeah,
and then I will back up to here as well, because we're all distance people apparently.
Fair enough. Peggy, death saving throw for me, please.
Yeah, we're not doing secret, are we? Anyway?
No, secret. Not for this one. And yeah,
we all want to see that.
Not until we go back to Vikings. I think it'll be the next time you'll have that sadisticness going on. Okay, so that one is done. This me fit. Okay, it will it will move over. And it will have a look at dealing with this guy. I don't think it saw it appear, so let's see how it's going to do with the actual claws. Let's see what it's going to do. 22 on your echo.
It will hit. It will vanish. So I'll stick it in a wall. Oh no, I can't move it. It's not my turn. Yeah, it vanishes.
Yeah, I'll move it out of the way. That's no problem. And then this will continue on to the gnome. That is
No.
on that one as that's going on. So it will move over. Wizpop will have his turn in the run again, I guess, on that one. But I'll do him at the bottom of the turn order. So we'll go with that for now. So that one is done. That one is dead. Wraith, you're next in the turn order.
Bonus action.
Sorry, con save first, and then.
Yeah, apologies.
That's okay, no problem.
23.
You're fine. Yeah, easily done.
Bonus action. Summon the echo. Oh, no, through a wall. Sorry, I'll
right.
summon it here, and then move it there.
Yeah, correct.
Then I will attack with the echo. 18 for 15.
You definitely hit. 15 slashing at the wings.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Peanut.
Yeah. Lightning launcher. If I can find it. $22 for 8.
You definitely hit. Catching
Plus
the other
another
wing.
Plus another D6.
Ooh, good on the extras there. Okay. Killing the second Mephit. Well done.
Whew. That's yeah, that'll be it for this turn.
Okie dokie. Okay. Next one, Rude Mephit. It has used its recharge ability, so we need to see if it regains it. So let's see if it's going to get a 6 on the recharge.
I had to make my save, right? I totally forgot.
Yes. Sorry, yeah, you do have to make your save, but hopefully you do.
Make it. Okay.
No problem. Okay, it does not get its recharge ability back. It is going to it is going to cast a spell, and it's going to do 11 points of damage as it literally turns your gnome fellow into a molten thing.
No.
Well, did he roll a con save, James?
One
Come
second.
on, give him a
Yeah,
con
he could be fine on the save. Let's see. See, it's either going to be. Oh my god!
He makes it.
Never underestimate Wizpop.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, he is. He is. Well, obviously it's the thing. But if we'll see. It hasn't had to drop the object or anything, so we shall see how it progresses. But that is done. Bringing us to Osborne.
Osborne is going to spend a grit point to use winging attack on this thing, so wing shot. So first I gotta see if I hit. 24 for 7.
You definitely do.
Has to make a DC strength saving throw of 14. We're knocked prone.
Okay, and you need to make a con save yourself as well, please.
Oh, yes I do. You were absolutely correct.
That's okay.
Oof. That was scary.
Still good.
Ooh, beefy
okay,
boy.
Beefy on the old on that one. Anything more on your turn? Yeah.
I'm gonna run over to Peggy and see if I can't help her out. In the meantime, I'm gonna just kind of yell on my shoulder, "Cover me!" to everyone else over there.
Okie dokes. Right, so bringing us to Peggy's turn then, I guess. So another death save, please.
Let's go.
Okay, 2 successes. This is looking good.
Yeah, boy.
Okie dokie. And back round to that one. That one's already been taken out. So it is, I believe, Wraith's turn.
Wraith will. He'll move the echo to there. Make another attack. Oh, so many dice.
Yeah.
18 for still 6.
It looked like there was a lot going on for a minute there, right? It's definitely taking
then
damage.
I'm still within 30 feet. Wonderful. I'll stay where I am. That is my turn.
Okay. Peanut, round to you.
Oh,
And
okay, let's-
the con save as well on that one. And that's the same for Wraith as well.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah, make it.
Peanuts is good, yeah.
Lightning launcher.
Yeah, you're good as well, Wraith. No problems.
Oh,
6 for a total of 11.
11, and it has 4 hit points left. So you will be taking it out in the moment here. So we're going to come out of initiative right now. You're still making con saves per round as this is all going on. The place is burning. What are you guys doing in the moments as this is going on? We'll try and take it steady, but work through how this process is going to work right now.
I'm stabilizing.
Oh, yeah, I went over there to do that too, so if I can just give him the help action, I guess. If he
Sure,
knows
yeah.
more.
Make a medicine check to stabilize her.
12. I guess that's enough, right?
It is enough, yeah. So she is stable in a burning room full of smoke.
I don't have to breathe. So
No,
I'm
you
good.
don't. You don't have to breathe from that point of view until the fire gets you.
Yes.
I'm gonna jump over to the fire, James. I have Druidcraft, which allows me to put out candles and torches and small campfires. Can I start like putting out portions of this fire? I basically try to like do that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You can definitely start that process.
It's slower going than I would like, but I mean that's the best I can do.
Absolutely, no problem. But yeah, so obviously for this round, make a con save as you're trying to do it. It's going to be that war of attrition of can you put the flames out before you guys pass out? Is going to be the question of it on that one. So yeah, you're fine for moving there on that front. Peggy, you are out of things as this is going on. What about the rest of you? Anyone else trying? What are the others trying to do here as this is all going on with this fire going on?
I guess Wraith and his Echo would be trying to move people out of the fire.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah, start moving bodies around, etc. That's fair enough. What ones are you paying most attention to, I guess is the question, Drew.
Closest. Those that are in most danger, so those that are closest to the fire.
Okay, so when you get to the to Rybeck, make a quick medicine check as you're looking at that. He's horrifically burned from what you can tell, even initially. On that one, he looks badly injured. You're not sure if he's alive or dead in the moments as that's going on. But we're going to say you're going to try and start dragging him over towards where Micken is and things like that. Wraith, if that makes sense. So we're going to say that this is all happening in the time. So we have a round. Sorry, Peanut. What would you be doing in these couple of rounds as you're trying to work things out here? If that makes sense.
Can I try to, without hurting myself, try to extinguish some of these flames somehow?
Yeah. What's he trying to achieve? Achieve that goal is what I need to know.
I literally have nothing for this. This is a horrible idea.
Try to break up the debris, or what's he?
Yeah, there's no sprinkler system or something that's not working.
Not that you can see. No, it's just hollowed out of the stone, unfortunately, on that one. But
yeah,
you could make an investigation check through the through what's going on in the debris, if that makes sense. See if there's anything you can use. See how you do on that one. Okay, no, fair enough. Going through the debris in these couple of rounds, you're not having much luck as that's going on. So everybody that's awake and that needs to breathe, you can make a con save for the next 2 rounds, if that's okay.
So twice.
Twice to make sure that you're above a DC of a 10 is the main thing.
Yeah, fine.
Oh.
Just, but yeah, but hey, you're still trucking as this is all going
Natural
on.
20, can that count for 2?
It certainly keeps you trucking as this is going on. Osborne, yeah. So you're staying. You're staying the core. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're gonna take 1 level of exhaustion at this point.
That makes sense. I've been the closest to the fire the entire time. I'm like right up on top of it, trying to do what I can to put it out. So yeah, I inhaled probably more than I should.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's definitely a valid point as that's all going on. But yes, you. So what's changing in the moment? Is Wraith? You're still doing the same things, trying to drag more of the bodies and trying to free for
everyone as far away from the danger as possible.
Yeah, no problem. So I think you grab the Thrycreen and you start moving these guys out of the worst of it as this is all going on. Osborne, you're carrying on the same process that you have been doing.
Yes.
Peanut, what about you? What are you? How's things going with you as with all of this?
How far could I make it up this shaft if I were to go into it?
You can go pretty quick. There's a rope that you guys have tied at the top to let you guys get down here, so you could go fairly quickly.
Like turn wise, 1 turn, 2 turns.
No,
3 turns.
many turns to get up there, but it wouldn't be hundreds, but it would be a few on that front.
Yeah,
maybe 5, 6 turns.
I guess I'll try to break up this debris, try to spread it around a little bit. So
okay, yeah, make an investigation. Make an investigation check as you're going through the debris.
I swear I'm pretty good at this, but it's goddamn rules. Okay.
No, fair enough. Though, as you're just pushing bits aside as you can as that's going on. You just you're not quite not finding what you need in the moment. Osborne, you're carrying on doing what you've been doing, trying to keep putting the flames out. Things are dying back as this is going. So we're going to have another round of 2 rolls of con saves, 3 rolls as the rounds pass as this is going on.
Another
nice. Yeah, no, pretty damn good.
2 nat 20 Constitution saves. In the past 4 rounds of con saves, I rolled 3 nat 20s.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to say with everybody being able to pull off such good con saves and stuff, I think it's just a matter of time. With the you managed to knock back the flames enough. Osborne, you reach the crates, etc. that you got your stores from before the oil inside catches and ignites, causing a giant explosion.
I
taking out the
forgot
whole.
about that.
No, that would have been a disaster.
Absolutely.
Gang, we have 3 flasks of oil in there. That would have been bad.
Absolutely. So, but you guys managed to put the flames, bed the flames down, drag the bodies around, etc. We'll have the sort of the final sort of debrief of what's going on here. You guys managed to, I think, we'll say after a period of time, bring Peggy round. And she's on 1 hit point as this is all going on. It appears that the ooze guy, Fred, appears to be definitely dead by the time that you get to him. And the Rybeck, the hippo cook, he seems to be beyond mutilated. Whatever happened down here, literally exploded in his face, as far as you can tell on that one. Micken and the Thrycreen Cricklet seem to be alive, and they do come round a little bit later on. And basically, Micken is just like, It just he was cooking 1 minute and then suddenly everything exploded. I don't know what happened. It went crazy. And yeah, he just seems like panicked by everything that's going on as this is all going on. But yeah, he seems very panicked in the moment. You've got choices. For next time, I guess, whenever we're going to come back to seeing these people, do you think they would choose the option of continue the mission regardless, get the Spelljammer Hem going, move the Beholder ship onwards and carry on, or do you think they would use the Sending Stone to call for help from Totaro and the others to try and help the situation? Is going to be the main as the main one is going on, or is there anything else you guys would be trying in the moments to figure out as this is all going on?
I think we should put out a distress.
Yeah, I think Osborne would have already
Yeah.
been reaching for the Sending Stone to give them a heads up.
This is clearly more sabotage.
Yeah, and not to mention we're just cadets. This is
Yeah.
well above us.
Work your wage.
Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, so you guys you guys put out the call on the Sending Stone. The Hammerhead ship you guys arrived on with Totaro will be here within the next 24 hours. We cut now to a scene of a spacious, luxury-looking room, and in the midst of that, there is a shadowy figure who seems to be sitting at a table writing at a desk, and he says out into the air to a figure we can't quite see the visage of, and says, "Is it done?" And the other person replies, "They have no idea. The saboteur is among them, and he will carry out his tasks as requested, my lord." And then we sort of cut to black as the scene sort of ends. Ready for next time.